my heart has, it's always been here, where my friends and family are and where I grew up. And to be honest, what I've seen the last few years that I've been here is, it's been heartbreaking. I drive the streets now where I used to, ride my bike, and I kind of wonder if my memory fails me, because I remember business development, I remember community pride, I remember busy storefronts, and that's not what I see right now. And what I remember is not what we have, and it's not as good as we have. So I wanted to share something with you. I'm running a little bit different this summer. I'm not going to just have campaign slogans and status quo. I think talking about the hard truth is what's going to be important. I'm going to do something that a lot of people haven't done with voters in Cherokee County. I'm going to give you the respect you deserve, and because I know how intelligent you are, and I'm just going to come right out and say it. The hard truth is Cherokee County has fallen into abject poverty. We are ranked number 2 in the state, as far as we're the second poorest county in the state, which easily makes us one of the poorest counties in the United States. Our child poverty rate hovers right around 30%. Now, I've been sharing that statistic with people around town, and everybody's shocked that our child poverty rate is a little over 30%. But the shock usually is that all? And so that's not funny. It's not something to be proud of. It's really sad, and we should not be walking around town accepting that as our lot. We must declare war on poverty in Cherokee County. It's as simple as that. The time is now for our community and the other communities to act cooperatively one with each other. The time is to realize that this has festered for so long that poverty now is not just about economics. The challenges that we're facing are economics, but it's also personal responsibility, it's pride, it's compassion, they're spiritual matters, they are decisions that we have to make every day, decisions other people are making for us. It's in the heart of every citizen, it's in the hands of the government. And the challenge we face is a culture of poverty, and it has to be broken. One thing that I can assure you is that a successful war on poverty is not going to be accomplished by the status quo, party line, rubber stamp candidate anymore. It's going to take creative solutions. It's going to take thinking outside of the box. The ideologically driven state politics and the petty backbiting of local politics is not going to solve our problems. These profound problems can't be solved by petty politics. It's going to take more than campaign slogans to rescue the middle class. What you deserve are leaders that are capable of reaching across the aisle to push forward policy to save our community. What you deserve are leaders that will look, engage, listen to every possible solution, whether it's market-based, government-based, community-based, faith-based, whatever it takes. The challenge we face is, I think the best way to say this, because I'm kind of going off script because it's so important to me. I have something written here that I was going to say, but solutions don't come at a time like this and in a place like this with candidates that are following in lockstep with a party agenda, and when that agenda has no familiarity with Cherokee County. The issue is not big government or small government, like a lot of these candidates would have you believe. The issue is good government or bad government. And in my opinion, good government makes education a priority, values our children. Good government doesn't defund the education budget statewide and then put that burden on local property owners and their property taxes. Bad government removes $250 million from the state education fund in the last 3 years. Bad government in 2007, the GOP and the candidates in the field now had the largest, it was 2011, had the largest cut to the education fund in the history of the state of Kansas, and have not done a thing to try to restore that. Because they think educators and administrators should accept it with a smile on their face. And what that tells me is that bad government doesn't value our children. Good government believes in a fair tax code that doesn't constrain business or business growth, but also protects the middle class. Bad government, again, the current field of candidates and what we've seen in Topeka, champions this idea of completely phasing out an income tax, but doesn't feel hypocritical at all when they say we're going to restore that revenue with property tax and sales tax. Good government puts forth a 14-point detailed job plan that looks at pushing growth and investment in small business. It looks at, there is a huge package in that 14-point job plan about training and educating people who are older, who need to go back to school and get new vo-tech training. It looks at taking Kansans off of the unemployment roll and putting them on the payroll. What bad government has done for jobs is, actually, there hasn't been a job plan from the current GOP leadership. There isn't even anything for us to criticize. Bad government does nothing. So lastly, what I want to say is the American dream is not dead here, but it is time to wake up and face reality. Because I think the most restful sleep and the most memorable dreams come after a hard day of work. And it's been the watermark of every generation, the watermark of success that we do better than our parents did. I know the generation below me is graduating into a job market that's almost non-existent and they're worried. I see my friends who are really worried about their job security and we're thinking of new ways to survive and live and get by that our parents never had to deal with. I see my parents' generation worried about their job security, their retirement, their benefits. At the same time, they're worrying about their kids and their future. A lot of the times, my parents' generation at the same time is taking care of their parents. I see my grandparents' generation worried about skyrocketing healthcare costs, worrying about financial planning that was sound 10 years ago, but today is shaky at best. I see them looking at living situations they never dreamed they would have to deal with. And I believe restoring that American dream in Cherokee County is the duty of every citizen and is the job of local government. I believe it's our duty to stop this trend that has been undermining Kansas families. I'm not saying that's an easy duty. It's going to take vision. It's going to take determination. But if you look at the title of state representative, the description is in the title. The voters of Cherokee County need to vote for people, be determined to elect people who will represent them diligently when they go to Topeka.
Here, here.
Because it's a dogfight if you're from Cherokee County. A lot of people here are involved politically, and you know this, but tax-wise, first we're going to fight Oklahoma and Missouri on our borders. We don't have the industry, we don't have the farms that western Kansas or northeast Kansas has. And I guarantee you, representative, no matter what party you are, when you go up there, you're not walking into a barbecue at Topeka. You're going in and dogfight the day you walk in. And so you need to look to somebody who's going to be creative, who is going to be intelligent. You need to look at somebody who is going to demand solutions from you and from themselves. And you need to look at somebody that's going to fight for your cause when they get there, because our cause is the community. And that cause can't fail. It's not an option. And from Route 66 to our school systems to the Baxter Museum, Cherokee County has a lot of beauty and unlimited potential. But in my opinion, the greatest resource here are our people. You're that resource. I'm that resource. And so we need to decide today if we're going to remain stagnant, if we're going to stay with party lines and status quo and rubber stamp candidates and ideological politics, or if we're going to come together and demand solutions. I've made that decision, and that's why I invited you all here, is because today I'm announcing my candidacy for 1st District State Representative. But I need you to make that decision with me. I was approached. I mean, I know a lot of people in the party. I'm friends with the party. I'm friends with people in both parties. And when I was approached about this, I think you have to be humble. I said, I would love to. I've always, this is a way to help my community, my hometown. But this burden, like I said, it's a dogfight. Second poorest county in Kansas. They're not looking to help us. They're not looking to throw ideas and solutions and money our way. I said, I can't do this on my own. So I've taken the last 2 or 3 months and approached people, and it's been independent, Republican, Democrat. How are you feeling now? And everybody has said, we don't care if it's independent, Republican, Democrat. We don't care. We want solutions. We're beyond that. When you're the second poorest county in Kansas, it's time to stop playing party politics. And so I got that feedback, and that motivated me. And so I want to motivate this community. I want to find the solutions that have been escaping us for years and years. I want to push Cherokee County forward. This is going to be a solution-based campaign. You're not going to hear the status quo. You're not going to hear party lines. You might get offended, and if you're offended, don't vote for me. But if you do think solutions are what we need and not more party politics, if you think rubber stamp candidates are a thing of the past here because we don't have any other option, if you're ready to move forward and make Cherokee County a place again in 2012 that's worthy of a display in the Baxter Heritage Museum, then join me. Thank you.